Veg, eat your veg. Do you want some veg? No, stop saying veg. Hey guys, welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm a dual American and UK citizen, and today I am telling you my unpopular UK opinions. So this video is brought to you by Natural Light, which is streaming in my window in February, so it is a little bright on my face. Look at this sunlight back here, but we're gonna leave it for posterity because it's February and the sun is shining in my window, so it's gonna be a good day. Okay, so I've made a list of my unpopular UK opinions that I don't think these opinions are shared by the vast majority of British people. I'm now British now, so I can share these opinions, and I'll have you know before I get started that these are not anti-UK opinions. A lot of these are pro-UK, but just maybe different parts of it than you would expect. Okay, so opinion number one. I think the idea of a royal family is pretty dumb in 2022, and I'm going to tell you why. So I was never really strongly obsessed with the royals like many Americans are. I have no ill feelings actually towards these people because I don't actually know them. So I'm not talking about really anyone in particular, though you might have your own opinions on the royals. But I just think the idea in today's day and age of essentially forcing a child to have no life of their own and instead be tasked with being the head of a country, I think it's weird. I think it's really weird. I think it was probably weird back in the day, but I think it's even weirder today. And this is kind of an unpopular stance because I feel like a lot of people, if they don't like the royals, it has to do with taxes or they don't like certain people or different money situations or whatever. I just think little George shouldn't have to run a country if he doesn't want to. I mean, I guess you can opt out and abdicate the throne, but think of how many people make decisions in their lives based on their parents wanting them to do something anyway, and all we're talking about is what to study at university. Can you imagine being somebody and it's your whole purpose in life is to be the king/queen of this country, and you don't really get much of a say in it? I mean, I guess technically you do, but there's gonna be so much pressure on accepting that responsibility. I think it's weird. I think it's downright weird, and we should get rid of it for that reason. I don't think it's fair, and I appreciate that this might be one of the most controversial opinions that I share in this video, starting off strong, but I get it if people don't want that life and we're just born into it and want to escape. And I feel bad for people who feel like they have to be king or queen of a country just because of the family they were born into. There's enough stress in life without feeling like your entire life has to be spent in servitude, is that the right word? To a country where half of them hate you anyway. Okay, next unpopular opinion, and this has to do with London in particular. I am Girl Gone London, so I should talk about it occasionally. The view from the Sky Garden is much better than the view from the Shard, and the Sky Garden is free compared to the Shard, which now is probably up to 24 or 25 pounds a person. So visitors to London, listen up. Do the Sky Garden view completely free. Better view because you actually get to see the Shard as part of the view, which again, controversial architecture, controversial building because some people don't like the look of it. But I think being able to see the Shard and the London skyline from the Sky Garden is much better than the actual view from the Shard. I feel like it's a tourist attraction that you can probably skip. Just do the free version instead. Okay, my next unpopular opinion. Look at this shadow we are getting. Again, guys, I'm leaving this as a testimony. The sun. Oh, let's see if I open this window. Oh, okay. All right, we're not gonna, okay. Okay, I feel like I've made it worse now. Oh well, okay. Next unpopular opinion. Cadbury's chocolate is better than the fancier chocolate that people tend to give as gifts or at Christmas. So I'm talking Lindt chocolate or Hotel Chocolat chocolate. I prefer Cadburys, but I feel like Cadburys is just like the norm in the UK. So when you go to give somebody a gift, people always get fancy chocolates. And I'm like, I don't want the fancy chocolates because Cadburys has got it figured out and it tastes so much better. So what are your thoughts? Lindt, Hotel Chocolat, or Cadburys? I'm gonna go Cadburys every time. I wish we'd stop with the fancy chocolate because it's not as good. A Cadbury's milk bar. Cadbury's dairy milk bar. Just like a bar of Cadbury's dairy milk chocolate. Finally got that out. Better, way better than all these fancy things. Don't give me the fancy things. Let's stick to the basics. Let's stick to the Cadburys. It is the best. Okay, my next unpopular opinion is that pre-summer in the UK is better than summer. And when I say pre-summer, I'm talking late May, but mostly I'm talking about June. For our international viewers, typically the cultural summer in the UK tends to be late July, August, and sometimes like early to mid-September. I know in the US, a lot of times we consider summer June, July, and some of August, whereas the school system, particularly in England, means that the kids are usually in school in June. So I'm considering late May and June a pre-summer culturally. So I think this time is way better than summer, and I'll tell you why. Summer has the risk of getting so hot with no air conditionings in these buildings that you can't even enjoy it. I know British people will take advantage of every single 100-degree Fahrenheit day and they'll sit outside and they'll be like, oh, isn't this wonderful? And you're like, no, this is sticky and hot and disgusting. This is not it. But for the most part, I would say like a sunny, mild but warm, wonderfully sunny, wonderfully long day in June. Far better than anything that happens in August. Okay, my next unpopular opinion is that ASDA is amazing and I would willingly shop there even if I had all of the other options near me. Waitrose is ridiculous and overpriced. I mean, I do like some of their things. I'm not gonna like fully dog on any of the UK grocery stores, but you shop there because you want to feel fancy and you want to show people that you have money. Let's all be honest. So when I feel like doing that, I do like a Waitrose shop. However, ASDA, I feel gets a terrible rap and I disagree with it. There is an ASDA near us that we go to over Sainsbury's, over Morrison's, over Tesco. Please, Tesco, absolutely. That is my vote for the worst UK grocery store. But ASDA has good prices. I like the taste of a lot of their things that they make in-house. They have like an ASDA extra special brand if you're feeling like you really want the extra flavor and the extra taste. ASDA's bakery cookies are the best cookies, particularly if you get like a soft, warm packet that I've ever tried. I like their pizzas. Really, we just get like ASDA's own brand, so many things, and it tastes perfectly fine. So I'm team ASDA. I would like to know what team you're on when it comes to UK grocery stores. But I think in the UK, liking ASDA is seen as kind of a lower class or working class thing. ASDA tends to be one of the cheaper grocery stores, which why would you willingly pay more for something anyway? So we like it because, you know, even the brand names that we get are typically cheaper at our ASDA. And yeah, so I think a lot of people hate on it and think of it as kind of like, it's not cool to say that ASDA is great, but I think ASDA's great. So you can fight me on it, but at the end of the day, I'm saving money on my shopping and the cookies are amazing. Now, my next unpopular opinion, I feel like is going to be very unpopular, and this relates to UK Christmases, and I don't really enjoy the Panto. I know. I think it's something that you kind of have to grow up with doing to make it nostalgic, to make it really part of your culture, to enjoy it as much as it seems like people enjoy it around here. I love Christmas. I love the holidays. A Panto is British humor, British like awkward kind of cringe humor. I'm not saying their sense of humor is awkward or cringe. I'm saying British audiences tend to find it funny when things and situations are awkward or cringy. It just kind of takes that to the next level. And I'm often sitting there as my American self being like, it's cute, but I'm not laughing as much as other people are laughing. So that is probably a character flaw with myself. I will admit that. If you enjoy Pantos, you keep on keeping on going to all of the Pantos. And I do understand it's a kind of cultural institution. If I had kids, I would take them because I can see how for kids it's really fun, but it's not something that I really enjoy or need to go to as an adult during Christmas in the UK. So for anybody who spends future Christmases with me, that is Cadbury's chocolate, not fancy ones, and please don't take me to a Panto. Now, my last unpopular UK opinion has to do with some of the words that are used. And I'm not going to talk about differences in pronunciation because that's a whole nother video. I'm talking about kind of slang in the UK, and there's two words in particular that I wish we could just get rid of. The first is Prezzies, meaning presents, which you might get someone for their birthday or for Christmas or just for any particular reason because you're feeling nice. I think it's spelled Prezzies, but it is presents, but people say Prezzies, and there's something about the word Prezzies that I just don't, why are we saying that? Why? I don't know. It's one of those words that I don't like the sound of it. I kind of, even saying it, I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I would like to add another one to that. And this might be what gets me canceled on the internet. I don't like the term veg. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't like it. Even veggies, even though I just said I don't like Prezzies, I feel like veggies is better than veg, but not as good as vegetables. It's just like a shortening that I'm like, fruit and veg. Veg just sounds so, I don't know. I can't, there's no rationale for these unpopular opinions. I don't say veg. I usually say vegetables. I don't eat many vegetables. I eat mostly cookies from ASDA, clearly. So I don't say it that often, but just the term veg, I don't like it. I guess we should just say presents and vegetables, in my personal opinion. But I know this is an unpopular opinion, and fruit and veg is just what people say in the UK. It's how grocery stores mark out their sections, fruit and veg. Veg, eat your veg. Do you want some veg? No, stop saying veg. Okay, so that takes us to the end of the video. I would love to hear which of my unpopular opinions you disagree with and which of my popular opinions do you agree with. I'd also love to hear your unpopular opinions about life in the UK or about things in the UK, just things that everybody seems to do that you don't understand or things that people say that you don't like. I would absolutely love for you to comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.